Hey folks, today I want to show you how to do a successful installation of the Windows version of the Font Agent client. First of all, you can see that I have the Windows 11 updater in there, and if you're using Windows 10, that's fine too. Just make sure you go to the updater and make sure that you've installed the appropriate support software for our client. One of those is the .NET Frameworks, and of course the C++ installation as well from Microsoft. Make sure that you have those updates in place. If you don't, and you want to make sure that you have them in place, another way you can do that, of course, is to go to our installer, use Setup, and Setup will go through and make sure you have all the appropriate installation components. So what we're doing is we're telling it that we want to install it in the default location. And now it's going to ask if you want to give permission to install it. And also note that it asks you to make sure that you've updated the latest .NET framework. Very, very important. Now, if you're doing a remote installation, this may be a little bit tricky. You want to make sure that you use this setup functionality and that you allow it to download its supporting components. Once you do that, we can go to the Start menu and we can look at Applications. And if we can't find the application we're looking for, we can always just go to Search, and here's our most recent installation. Let's go ahead and click on Font Agent 10, which will be released shortly. And let's wait for that to launch. Okay, well, we've launched our Font Agent, and you can see that it's successfully launched, and it's synchronized fonts coming from the server because all we did was reinstall over an existing installation. When you want to register, make sure you use the appropriate email and password provided by your administrator or your Active Directory services. That's important, and register one time. You do not log into this software. If you go to About, you can go to Options. The other point that you want to look at is, do you want to have auto activation? In most cases you do, so it's default to on. And then sharing. If you're using our cloud server, it will default to cloud server. If you're using a local server, you'll enter in the IP address plus the port number here to give you the proper connection. And then you have, of course, some sync controls as well. Make sure that you look at all of those to make sure you have a successful installation. Now, the next thing you want to look at is, where are those plugins, right? So let's take a look at that. So if I go to my File Explorer folder, I like to go to this PC, local disk, program files, right? And then I'm going to go to Adobe. Oh, excuse me, not Adobe. I'm going to go to Insider Software, Font Agent 10. And then I'm going to look for the plugins folder right here, and you can see this path. Okay. Now, Font Agent 9 will be the same path. And here you have the plugins. Here you can make a copy of these plugins and then drag them into the appropriate plugins folder for the Adobe Creative Cloud that you're working with. Now, keep in mind that some plugins are not here because the application does not require them. So what you see here is what you'll need for the various versions. InDesign is the one you need most. Illustrator and Photoshop, not so much. Just some things to think about when you do your installation. Hope that helps.